y'all. You are now listening to the Carefree Black Girl podcast, where everything's carefree, black, and girl.
Big dots.
Hey.
Never the little one.
What's up?
Never the little one.
Yes.
Don't know her.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. How y'all fools doing?
Good.
I'm
Very
doing
grateful
great.
for today.
I am doing great. Yes,
Look at everybody all happy. Why y'all doing great? Hold on. What's going on here?
It's just a lot of gratitude in the air, you know?
Okay.
No, very much
Of
so.
course.
Very much so.
I mean, I'm not mad at
but
it.
it's Pisces season. That's why.
Oh, yes.
No,
birthday girl. Okay, birthday
Can't
girl.
endorse
You
that
know
one.
what? Happy birthday, boo.
We're going to leave that one there. We're going to leave it where it's at.
You know
You know what? It's okay.
It's
It's
okay.
okay.
How you been, Candy? What you been up to?
I've been trying to rest and recover. I'm trying to rest and recover because it's cold. It was cold, and it's about to get hot. And I want to save all my energy so I can have a nice little hot girl summer.
You feel me?
No,
I'm so ready.
That's
to
kind of what
get
I'm
hot
on, DJ wise and thought wise. So.
I love to hear it.
Nah, but how about y'all? How about you?
I'm good. No, speaking of hot girl, how was your birthday?
Yeah.
My birthday was good. It was good. I actually the day of Wednesday, I just kind of ate at my favorite restaurant because I was really busy. Okay. Well, I had classes, so I was I didn't really have time.
How old
to,
did you turn?
22.
You never asked.
Okay, 22 and 22.
You never know.
No,
Some
for
people
her.
might be wondering. I'm just asking what the folks
I
are
was
wondering.
thinking that.
No. See, I'm in school. I'm in school.
That's right.
I'm in school. Yeah, no, I'm only 22.
That's
fine.
right.
22
Hell
in the year of
Deuce,
2022.
right.
Yes,
22.
yes.
That's what's up.
That's fire.
That's
Born
good.
in the year 2000. That's why I already know my age. It's the year.
It's gonna be a good year, period.
That's what's up.
Yes.
Oh, wow, that's so weird.
How you been, Nika? What you been up to?
91.
I've been chilling, honestly. I've been chilling, working, preparing for these summer months. It's about to be so hot. We're about to go to South by. So, really just planning and plotting, just kind of seeing,
What's happening?
plans.
I know you got some tricks up your sleeve. I'm waiting for your little next event. I know Nika got something else cooking up. I know we got the tours and stuff cooking up, but I know Nika got something up the sleeve, so I'm waiting.
I'm just planning things, taking my time.
You should.
Literally
As you
same.
should.
Literally same. School. Trying to get my life together. Academically. That's really just been my entire life. It's school, work, and that's it.
That's how. You got to focus on school, right?
Really.
No, for real. You don't want to waste your money. That's the one thing about being in school is at the end of the day, if you're not going on these scholarships, it's if you're not taking it serious, you just wasting your money.
And they won't care either. They're gonna kick you out.
Yeah,
because they can get that money to somebody else.
Katina's gonna kick me out. Hey, friend, so you're not doing what you need to do. So let's come back home, babe.
So we don't want that. So shout out to all the schoolgirls.
Yes.
We sending y'all some love and some strength.
Alright, so our Carefree Black Girl of the Week for this episode is Erin Jackson. Now, if you haven't heard about my good sister, she is the first Black woman to ever win an individual medal in the women's 500-meter speed skating event.
As you should.
Congratulations.
She was the first woman
Yes.
to even represent the United States, the first Black woman.
Oh,
First Black
wow.
woman in the United
Yeah, no.
States. And she's only 29, very young girl. On top of all that, right? She literally started skating, and this is a testament to somebody. Somebody needs to write this down, okay?
Yeah.
She started skating in 2016. In case you're not good on your math, that's about 6 years ago.
Yes.
And she started in the Olympics her first time in 2018, so 2 years, and she was in the Olympics. Mind you, she had been roller skating and doing stuff like that.
hard work
beforehand, when she was younger. But she started speed skating when she was she started speed skating in 2016 and was at the Olympics in 2018. So that project that you're not picking up, babe,
Pick it up.
Start
literally.
today. Start right now.
That album, you need to start working on it because you could be at the Grammys in
real.
a year.
You don't know when.
You don't.
You really don't.
Don't know when your time coming.
Ever. So
No
shout out
play.
to Erin. Thank you, my good sister, for breaking down that
Congratulations.
door because
That's hard. That's so far. Imagine that. you know, I don't know how seriously she took it. I mean, obviously she took it serious, but sometimes us, like, we're good at stuff, but we're just good at it, right? Like, we don't try to
take it seriously.
Yeah, we don't
try to, like, do something with it.
So maybe she was just like, again, I don't know. I'm definitely going to do my research now because I'm learning. It's like, you know, she could have just been roller skating and been super fire at that. And it's like, you know what? You need to, like, go take that to the next level. So, you know, shout out to her, man.
Encouragement is important.
Yeah, uplift everybody. You never know, like, what those words are going to do to somebody. And they stick with people too for a long time.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's fire.
It's crazy that we're still having like first black woman things. Like that's so wild.
We've only been a country for 200-some years. That's not that long compared to everywhere else.
But still, I guess. Like.
We're a very young country. We just very distorted.
It wasn't that long ago that it was segregation.
We're very like chaotic for no reason. We ain't got to do half the stuff we be doing. That's what I mean.
But I just think that that's just a testament to like how like time is crazy perception, right? Like it feels like it was so long ago, but in reality it wasn't. So when we have moments like that where it's like, oh wow, like she's the first, you know what I mean? It's like, well, damn, like. How far along have we come? We came far, but shit, we got a long way to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, kind of like a slow and steady. It's always a constant slow and steady. It's not finna be like straight progressive how other countries do.
It's a fight. Yeah. It's a fight, and and we have to salute someone like her for even taking that chance because we need someone to be the first
for sure.
Yeah, somebody got to start it.
So now we're gonna get a second.
Same way with Gabby, and then Simone came. Yeah.
Yo, don't get me started on that because they won't even count with half of the shit that she does.
But what's crazy is they try to not score them.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
that's why we got to show love to Erin Jackson and women like her. Thank you.
We love the black girls in the sports. We love the black girl athletes.
Olympics,
period.
Gold medals.
That's period. And speaking of the Olympics, so I know y'all have heard about Sha'Carri Richardson and Kamila Valieva. Now,
wait, her name is Kamila Valieva?
Yes, Kamila Valieva.
She's Russian, but that's like Camila Cabello, and I was like,
that's a whole different. That's a whole different beast.
I was like, what are you talking about? Who is that?
But in case you haven't heard about the whole situation, so basically, Kamila is a 15-year-old girl, and she's in figure skating in that realm of the Olympics, right? And we know Sha'Carri is a track star. So
she's a runner. She's a track star.
So Kamila got caught taking a doping drug that basically helped her with her endurance and just her efficiency as a speed skater
or
as a figure skater.
Way different than weed.
Right. And the Olympics are allowing her, did allow her to compete. She didn't win anything anyway, but they allowed her to compete. And they just said that she wouldn't get any sort of medals or anything. There would be no sort of ceremony.
That's what they said? That's what they regulated?
So why did they let her just go out there and do all that?
So Russia is like their own.
They said that it would affect her more as a 15-year-old girl if they didn't. You know, that whole emotionally scarring aspect.
But the real question people aren't asking is why does she need these drugs?
Because
aside from the performance enhancement aspect.
She's saying that it was like her grandfather's medicine and that somehow she ingested it, maybe drinking something after him.
No, babe,
something bogus. Way bogus. Okay, what they're trying to say.
I was like,
let's see what had happened.
It was my grandfather's medicine. Like,
but my thing is, though, no one's asking the right questions. Why did she feel like she had to take the drugs? Because that's different from weed. Well, people consume weed like normally, socially, social settings, and you can go to like gatherings and see some people smoking, and like people don't make that a huge deal. Yeah. But if you saw someone popping pills, you'd be like, hey man, you all right?
Well, she wasn't popping pills.
It's a lot of issues with
but
it.
If you see someone taking stuff like that, you're going to be like, are you okay? Because like something has to be seriously wrong for you to take something that heavy of a dosage.
But I think we also have to talk about the fact that she's 15.
She's 15 and it's
That's
Russian.
My thing too. But why
so the Russian coaches are very stern. They're very strict. So like that's probably why she was like, I need to take this to be better at the Olympics. Because when she performed and she did horrible. She literally was horrible. Mm-hmm. Like, her coaches were not helping. They were just like, okay,
think about your body at 15.
So,
right? Right? You're competing in the Olympics as a woman. Just take anything out of it, right?
That's
as
true.
A woman, you're just not as developed as potentially some of the people that you're competing against.
Absolutely not. Not at 15.
Not so. That's why they have her doing that. The issue is they let her get away with it and still compete, whereas someone like Sha'Carri had someone told her about her mother's passing on TV or whatever, you know what I mean, or however the case was, and she, you know what I mean. So her situation was completely different. Weed is not a performance enhancement drug. People been fighting for years talking about how it's a bad thing, even though we got these drugs and all that. Right. So we have someone who took a performance enhancement drug versus somebody who took something that can potentially alter their reality.
And also, someone made a point that it's legal in her state.
So
she didn't do anything wrong.
So that's where the issue comes, and that's where the issue lies. And then now we have to look at
federal
the race. Yeah. Now we're looking at the race card at the end of the year.
I don't think it's a race thing, though. I really don't.
It's like an age thing. They felt sympathy for her.
Not even that. I feel like, honestly, I think race plays into it. Yes, I think
it's a
age
culture
plays
thing.
into it. Yes, but I think
it's a culture thing.
It's more so different countries. So Russia has a history of being corrupt, especially with the Olympics. Like, they
always try to rig
docuseries about like this 2002 Olympic scandal where basically they like threatened a judge to say, okay, if you don't place the U.S. in this position and you don't rate the U.S. this way and rate Russia this way so that we can place
they have warned us in sports
then we're gonna, beat you up or kill you or whatever the case may be. So that's the history of Russia.
So
then
it's a war in the sports arena as well.
Then you think about the Russian anti-doping agency. And they're not even a part of like the world anti-doping agency.
So they do what they want to do.
They have a history of doing shit like this. So they have a history
they do
of
what they want to do for real.
People's tests. They'll give different tests.
So she did it and knew she wasn't going to get caught.
But it's more so, I think they're making her a pawn. Like, it's really not even about her at all. It's the fact that Russia has a history and has put themselves in a point where like they're not in the World Doping Agency. Like they've built a brand, I guess.
And she's not the first Russian athlete to be caught with drugs. Every Olympic season, whether it's the summer season or the winter season, the next following year, it's always someone from Russia getting caught with drugs. But it's because, like what you said, they're really forcing judges. Like either they're forcing judges to like score them higher. Like they've always been very unpleasant to deal with because they're trying to bribe their way through a lot of things. And it's always a story every Olympic season about something along those lines because they really want to like beat America or beat other countries. It's like, why are you so pressed to do this? And it's sports. It should be fun. Like you're putting politics into sports now. People try to watch this and have fun. This is entertainment.
I really don't feel like it. I feel like race, like I said, race and age go into it, but I think it's more about the countries. Like, you have to look at the United States, the way the United States has criminalized drugs, especially weed, especially
also look
crack,
at the United States.
And just being black in general. Like, of course, Sha'Carri is going to be held to a different standard, or of course Sha'Carri is going to have to deal with all this other legislation.
That's bullshit because you have people listen, I work in a neighborhood where they're opening up CBD and Delta 8
for
pharmacies.
Sure.
Yes. So it's the contradiction for me.
Yeah.
How are you gonna shun shorty, but you got dispensaries open up, you got people making millions of dollars.
White people too.
They got their farm. They have farms.
They got farms of like ounces.
Yes, there can be a political and it can be these countries and shit, but when you really look at it, it comes and I don't like to blame everything on race, but you have a black
It's the root. It's the root of it.
Potentially be some of the fastest women in the world. You know what I'm saying? Potentially. And then you got this young Russian girl. So like, it's a mix of it all, in my opinion.
I think the racism is the root, but when you also look at the relationship between Russia and the U.S., they've always been in competition with America. We have
right now, babe.
But like, I'm about to touch that shit. I don't even.
I'm just saying, they've always been.
Don't come see about me. I'm good.
But they've always been.
She said, turn the camera down. She said it. What? It have nothing to do with me.
But we know that. We learned in history class about NATO and all that stuff. That stuff we learned in our history books. So we already know what the deal is. We already know why they're doing what they're doing, is what I'm saying. Like, we already know why. Because she was just another poor athlete that got used.
Dirty game.
Well, no, for real, it's a dirty game. She didn't do like, she was a pawn.
Yeah, at the end of the day, the Russian girl, I'm sorry, she did not do well. I'm sad that she had to go through that as a 15-year-old because I feel like she's traumatized now.
No, really.
So really just pray for her. I don't know if it's Sha'Carri, but I feel like I love her confidence anyways. I love her confidence. I love that she's still keeping eyes on her regardless of the competitions going on. And I hope she's like training and getting ready to really go off. Cause like, I'm still rooting for her.
Good luck to you, girl.
I'm still rooting for her. She's young.
We're sending you all the love.
She can still compete.
She
can come back again and again. So it's like,
and she is a carefree black girl.
Erin Jackson.
And Erin Jackson
is 29 years old, and she's 21 or 22, whatever. So she definitely can keep going.
She got time. She got a lot of time.
Shout out to her. But like I said, I love her confidence, just like Kanye. Oh Lord, Kanye, yay!
Is that confidence or arrogance?
Just a little bit of all. Just a little bit of all that.
That's the question. That's the question.
You guys been checking out the documentary Jeen-yuhs on Netflix?
Yes,
seen snippets. I've seen snippets. I'm very impressed.
I love it.
I will say,
and I don't blame you because I haven't listened to Donda still to this day.
I haven't listened to Donda.
No plans on listening to it.
Not even about
I watched
Donda.
clips of the documentary, so I wasn't here.
The start of his career, like the fact that he
fire.
even okay. I'm gonna give you a little bit of background. Essentially, this guy is like following him around, doing a documentary of him from the very start of his career, and it's like to even have the insight to like say, follow me, like something's about to go down, like you should be following me.
Watching that from a page from Dame.
So it really definitely
had cameras around.
Okay, maybe back in the day that was the culture.
No. I'm just, it wasn't. It was rare, but what I'm saying is Dame and Kanye and you know what I'm saying, they was around each other and Dame used to have cameras around back then. So I just haven't, sorry to cut you off, I just haven't watched it yet because I want to be able to consume it all at once.
But he mentioned that.
That's what I'm like.
But he did mention that. You're not wrong. Yeah.
It's definitely weekly. It's weekly. It's a document. It's supposed to be like 7 hours, but it's really giving you like a lot of just firsthand footage of things that was going on for like his first single, from like him going from producer to rapper. So it's just really inspiring to me. So it's just interesting because still I'm kind of like Kanye the person is like but it makes me just go back to when like seeing his hustle, his grind, and like what was going on. Like I remember that. Like
I mean, never mind. I was gonna say I could say the same thing about the pink lady. That's who I'm gonna refer to as. I'm not gonna say her name. But I get it though. I get it. Like you respect.
They say you always become the villain. You eventually become the villain. I guess.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
I get it. You know, and all love to her. All love to her. It's still all love to her. But I just don't agree with
lady who shall not be named.
That's all.
So she's Voldemort.
Kanye West.
But no, I was impressed by the documentary really because of the way he tells stories, like in a very creative way. Like he's a very creative person. And I think what happens now, since we're in this age of social media, a lot of people aren't like really hyper creative. They depend on certain things to kind of make their stuff look cool instead of, but he just makes stuff look cool and then everybody wants it. Like the people want Yeezys. He makes stuff look cool that's like very different. And I feel like he's just good at that. He's just really good at it. And when he's done with this entire documentary, it just shows that he's always been doing that, even when he wasn't Kanye West. Like, he was like a creative dude, and he was just... as a genius, like a creative genius, he just came up with concepts that were like, you wouldn't even think to come up with it.
We're different.
They were just very...
take away from it? So,
well, I watched snippets because I didn't want to watch the whole thing yet because I haven't listened to the album. I didn't want to spoil the album for myself.
It has nothing to do with the album.
It doesn't have to do with the album, but my thing is...
He's actually making...
You can't listen to the album unless you buy that little $200
Oh, yeah.
Unless eventually he drops it.
That's true. But I just also, like, I was kind of waiting just to where I have time to really just sit and watch it through because I wanted to watch snippets just to get a feel if I wanted to watch it. So
I'm watching episodes 2 times. Like,
I'm down.
It's so good. Like,
no,
I don't know. I'm just trying to like go back to those moments, like when I was seeing him come out, like just trying to envision like how that was, and then knowing Kanye today, it's like, where's the, like, I don't know what the disconnect was, or obviously it was his mother passing, and I just love how they spotlight her too, because she is so supportive, and like he said, she cultivated him, like she really put him onto the arts and like literature and whatever. She was a professor,
like a carefree black girl
for sure.
She very much is.
I appreciate it for that because I never really I knew his mom put a lot of confidence in him, but I really never saw it,
it's
you know, like, so just
especially for a creative child, you gotta encourage them.
Her only son, she literally helped him invest in his equipment, was telling people, yo, my son's doing this. A whole student, like, yo, my son is into this, you should work with him. Like,
she said, I'm the mom manager.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get you books.
Yeah. I think that's why it was interesting for me, because like I never really saw Kanye's people. Like I was younger around that time, so by the time
I was like 4 years old when he came out.
I saw the episode when he was on Def Jam Poetry.
So
I saw that. I remember he was on Dave Chappelle's. Was it Block Party? Dave Chappelle's. I remember that. I remember all these things. So
see, I'm just now seeing all that stuff because I was 4. Exactly, I wasn't watching that at 4.
I was watching. I
wasn't listening to Kanye West at 4 years old. Only thing I knew was Gold Digger. That was I was like 5, 6. No,
but it's so interesting to see how he started, like how he really was rapping, like from a kid. Like there's a point in the documentary where there's it throws back to like some old tape when he was a kid rapping at like a family function. Like it's just it's wild to
not
see.
On him.
So his for real. It really highlights his drive and how much he knew he was going to be Kanye West.
Vision,
like no matter what people were trying to
it.
say about him, he knew he was going to be Kanye West. And any point where people tried to like short him, like. A big point that he talked about in the documentary is how he started off as a producer and people didn't want to take him seriously as a rapper. And so it was so difficult for him to like distinguish the two and show people like, hey, bruh, I produce beats. Like,
no, for real.
I've done all this,
talented.
but I'm a rapper. And that's what we're going to talk about. And that's what I really love about it.
He redirected the attention to something, the point that he actually wanted to. And when a lot of people know how to do more than one thing, it's kind of hard to redirect the attention or the branding of yourself to this one specific thing that you know, like, yes, I want to be like, I want to, get big at doing this. Stop calling me this. I know I did that, but like, this is what I want to be. And he made that stick. People can't do that.
So how do y'all, okay, I like that. Y'all are right. So let's let me ask y'all this. How do y'all feel about someone like Mary J. Blige, right? She just performed at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I love her forever. Right? Everybody was like, look at Auntie Monet. Right? Because at this point, she's kind of like Auntie Monet. We were calling her Auntie Mary, but if you watch Power and you know what I'm saying, then now you kind of referring to her as Auntie Monet. So did y'all catch that Super Bowl performance?
I did. I love it. It was so amazing. It was like a bridge of generations. Like
it definitely was giving
I was listening to this in the club. I was like, I was listening to this when I was a kid.
Like you just went through a whole timeline of just like throwbacks. Because 50 Cent over here hanging upside down. Someone was like, why is all the kids were like, why is 50 Cent hanging upside down? I said, y'all didn't watch the music video. I was like, y'all didn't watch the music video because I was talking about no shawty. It's your birthday at 3 years old.
That came out on my birthday. That came out on my birthday.
On your birthday? That song was about her.
That's a big flag. That's a big flag.
He made a song for you, girl.
Yes. We played that so much on my birthday.
So yes, the Super Bowl performance was rocking.
Bomb. Yeah, it was bomb.
I
wish it was very well put together, very organized.
She passed out like job well done, sis. You did that.
The boots was fire.
In the boots.
Yeah, I loved Mary's part. I'll put that to the side. The rest, as far as the performance in itself, it was good. It was cute.
I like Kendrick's part because the uniformity.
Kendrick ate too.
That was so crazy. I was like, those aren't people. That's a screen behind him because they were all just. I'm a performer at heart. I was when I was a kid. So if I see a performance, I can tell when someone's off. I can tell when someone's not with everybody else. But I couldn't tell. Everything was just like, you could tell they put time, like Kendrick really puts time into his performances. A lot of male rappers don't really take that time. And so he stands out when he performs. And I like that.
Set for me, babe. That set was fire.
That set was expensive looking.
Certain,
it was a perfect
guests and whatnot was not really interested in, but I came from Mary and Mary did what she needed to do.
Mary did.
But the set was a big part of what kept me, like, even the people that I wasn't really there to see, like the set was like,
no, but for real though, she's not wrong.
You didn't like it.
Dr. Dre
wasn't here to see him.
Not really here to see you.
Eminem. We're here to see you either. We're not here to see you.
You know what's crazy?
50 Cent really not here to see you either.
A lot of people
Snoop Dogg really not here to see you.
Everybody, bro.
Mary. That was the point.
Everybody except Mary and Kendrick. Well, looking to see y'all.
Everybody.
Oh my God.
a predominantly like white gym. People were bringing up Mary. Like, people were like, yo, like, Mary's performing. I'm like, you damn right she performing. You know about Mary? I'm like, what you know about? But like, and you know, they had their critiques. I think the only thing people were kind of like, why she perform no more drama? But I'm like, that's one of her biggest singles.
Everybody finna sing the song anyway.
Wait, did she do dancery?
Nah, she did.
I don't know if she was gonna do that.
She did her little dance. She did her little dance.
She did. My bad.
She did her dance.
I gotta rewatch it.
But she did her thing, yo. I think that was the most exciting thing for me. I'm like, she has been around legit since the 90s, maybe even the late 80s, if I'm not mistaken. So it's like
early 90s.
Yo, like for her to make it to 2022, the Super Bowl, and she's one of the biggest acts that people are looking forward to.
She has a beautiful career right now.
She's getting her flowers.
She has a new album.
She's getting her flowers and she's getting her coin. I love her.
She's on TV. She's probably about to do some movies.
And I'm excited.
And she's a great actress.
And she look good. She looking good.
That's why I was here. That's why I was here for Mary. Everybody else, no shade. But you can keep it, babe. Right? You can keep it. Kendrick, love you now. But Mary was the reason why I was there. Would have loved to see Mary perform more. She could have took some other people's slots. No shade.
They could have gave her Beyonce slot. I would have been okay with that.
Hey, relax.
No, I would have loved to see a Beyonce slot for Mary. For Mary, like Mary. So she gets a long
crossover. No.
It's just her. No, it's just her for that whole Super Bowl halftime show. How they did Beyonce.
Maybe one day.
She didn't have no gifts.
Yeah, maybe one day. That would have. She have.
And that would have been so good. That would have been a concert.
They could have had an R&B show.
That would have been a. Exactly. That's why I said give her the whole slot, and she would have brought on some R&B divas.
Y'all didn't hear that because I'm gonna need my 10%. If that comes around, you decide to do an R&B show, we're gonna circle back
at the Super Bowl. We got this episode.
Period. I was gonna give y'all some guests too. Monica, pull the girls out, but no, I'm not gonna give you ideas. Never.
I ain't gotta post if you know, you know. I ain't gotta brag for the world to see. All that I'm concerned with is you and me. You ain't never gotta be paranoid. If I take a picture, it's a Polaroid. Polaroid, Polaroid. If I take a picture, it's a Polaroid. Polaroid, Polaroid. If I take a picture, it's a Polaroid. Maybe cause your body is a work of art. Maybe cause I really like your body parts. You ain't never gotta be paranoid.
So speaking of ideas and new things, right? So Wendy Williams, child. So her show, as we know, she's been dealing with some health issues, some health problems, and just personal stuff going on in her life.
They said she got dementia, signs of dementia right now.
I don't know. It's
that's really
we're
sad.
praying for her for sure.
Let's pray.
And in terms of her show, so Sherri Shepherd has been guest hosting the show.
Yes.
It took them a while to figure out, find a consistent.
I said that because that's young, not
she's
because
young.
And it's sad because she's going through so many of these health issues,
so many things,
and you can't control a lot of these issues. They happen on their own terms. It's not like you can go get medicine. Like these
Some
things you have to live with, and it's going to affect her career because if you're like dementia, you have to memorize a lot of things, a lot of function, and she's a very busy woman, so she's handling a lot. And it
is affecting her career because they're trying to cancel her show, basically. They want to replace her time slot with Sherri Shepherd's new talk show. And so her rep came out and was like, listen, Wendy, we love you. Thank you for all that you have done, but it's wraps. Okay, we're praying for you. We love you. You are our family forever, but you got to go, sister. And Wendy came out and said, yeah, thanks for the concern, but not happening, babe. I'll be at work on Monday.
What?
And so now
I thought they canceled it because I saw an article that said that it was canceled and that Sherri Shepherd will be starting in the fall.
Well, that's what the confusion is because that's what her reps are saying. That's what the network is saying. But Wendy is saying she said
my purple chair is still in that studio and I'm gonna need my chair.
Gosh. Yeah, so it's a whole back and forth
Wendy
with
said
them right
I need my
now.
purple chair today because y'all playing.
It's a little messy,
but I don't blame Wendy because as a woman in media, you gotta really kind of stomp at people because they will play in your face and you could be doing everything right. Because I'm going to say this right now. Despite what people want to say about Wendy Williams, she did her career. She went from radio to TV.
Yeah.
That is two
On
different
Fox.
worlds. And in a time where there was no social media, nothing,
Daytime
everything
TV.
views were real. Everything was just because they liked her. Yes, she was messy. Yes, she
They
was
like
this.
her. They like the
messy.
mess.
They liked the mess, but it was because she brought the mess. She asked those messy
a minute.
questions.
We can't
she
say if this is
asked
karma
those
or
messy
not,
things.
but-
But my thing is like she asked questions people wanted to know and that were scared to ask, and she asked them. And as a black woman, it's kind of hard to take those chances without being like labeled something negative. But she succeeded, and she's this big TV star for what, a decade? You can't tell me there's someone that did that.
What's her name?
I mean, true,
No.
true. Both her and Sherry Shepherd have
there are people who
long
did that,
careers.
but
We'll
yeah,
have
I
to-
get what you're saying.
in this generation, Oprah, you know, that's not.
Sherry
everybody-
Shepherd was
people
on The
know-
View.
She was.
She was.
But I'm
So
just saying,
she got
like,
her, she got her
big.
things too. So I don't know. I think it's time to transition from this Wendy Williams era and bring in Sherry Shepherd. I'm here for it.
Did
I would
you
love to
like
see
her
Sherry
interview
Shepherd.
style? I guess like her conversation style, because she's very laid back. Sherry,
Yeah,
is.
she's like
very laid back, very
nice.
calm. She's
Yeah.
nice.
I think
I
she's
feel
a new,
very welcome.
Where's
a
she
fresh
from?
perspective.
I'm dead.
That I'm not sure.
I don't know.
You
I
talking
wanna
about
say
Sherry?
California.
You gotta look it up. You looked up how old Wendy Williams was.
Right. You
Like,
looking
look
up
it
stuff. You
Looking
making
everything else
Googles
up.
and
I'm
whatnot.
talking about some damn. Like,
Literally.
I just said that because she was young, okay?
She's from Chicago. She's from Chicago.
No, not
Chicago.
where
I
she's from.
love
Not where
Chicago.
That state, you fools. I'm talking about like where do y'all know her like from? Like,
The View.
I
The
don't give a
View.
damn where
you
she
said
from.
where she from? I'm like, okay, she from Chicago.
Damn.
Look it up.
Look it up. Yeah, I'm like, what y'all talking about?
Anyway, Sherry, we love you, Sherry.
Okay, cause someone like me, I don't be all up in that.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I be sitting at my grandma's house and they be watching it. And
She was
it's
on The
really
View.
fun.
She may be on some
Got
TV
it.
shows.
Okay, that's
sometime,
And she's
little
also kind of like a
co-star.
comedian, right?
She's an
like,
actress.
Yeah, she's a comedian.
Entertainer.
Was she in Soul Plane? I'm lying.
Nah,
That was
okay,
Lonnie
okay.
Love in Soul Playing with Monique.
But she was in some movies. Like she was in some things.
She was in,
I'm
yeah.
familiar.
But
I
she's
was
a
just
funny,
asking.
she's a very funny lady.
She's funny.
Very.
So they have her on panels and she'll be like the only funny one. Because like that's what they'll do on panels, like for talk shows. They'll make one person funny. They'll have one person's more political. They'll have from different backgrounds and brands to kind of give like a variety of a conversation. Like that's what people want to watch. No one wants to see everybody agree on the same thing every time, all the time.
I don't know.
That's boring.
I'm interested to see what her content would be if she's gonna still be on the whole drama, news, entertainment. So
Do you think she's gonna change her platform and like her focuses?
I think
I
she's
think
gonna.
she's been the same.
No, tomorrow, like Sherry, when she comes onto her show, like for the slot, do you think she's still gonna do like
She can't do Wendy's.
No, I'm not saying she's gonna do Wendy, but I'm just saying, do you think she's gonna make it similar?
No, I think it's gonna be like interview style. She's gonna bring all her celebrity
Same.
friends
So it's like an Ellen.
and like a date.
'Cause
Yeah, like a
Wendy is
daytime
not
talk
popular
show.
now. Like Wendy's show is not popular. Like
No.
the girls don't want to be the most hated. These networks don't want to get sued. Like they want to have nice, calm, cool, collected.
Yeah,
We don't want to
they're
offend
very much
people.
so
We don't want
calming
to
down
offend
'cause
people
they-
anymore. People
Yeah.
sue real life.
Yeah, no, for
Like
real.
Cardi
You
B.
was Cardi B. Okay, I just about to say.
Look, she
Literally.
said, I
Real
want all
life.
y'all's heads. Y'all keep
$4
on.
million. So
No.
there's that.
I'm excited for Sherry Shepherd though.
I am
wanna see what
excited to
she's
see
gonna
a new
do.
face
She
on
has great
TV.
energy.
I want to see what she's gonna put forth. I'm excited for her because I feel like this is very messy, and I think that
It is.
for her to
Yeah.
be coming into like this new space or coming into this network or this time slot centered around this mess. She probably like, oh Jesus, like
But I
I'm
hope
walking
she's
into
still
a
basking in it
sandstorm.
though.
Yeah, I think she is as well, but I know that could probably be overwhelming or just like
Because
stressful.
people are not going to like
so.
her because she's taking Wendy's spots. People
Yeah,
that like love
yeah.
Wendy may not like her, you know.
Exactly.
And
And
it's
it's not a
messy,
competition.
Well, I was about to say, well, that's why maybe she'll come in a little bit with a little softer
Yeah.
touch, right? Just
Yeah.
in comparison.
Hopefully
But
she'll
she's
get the
been
support.
hosting most of the season,
Like
like
the
the
su-
last like 2 seasons.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
people are
she's been
used to
hosting.
seeing her
Right.
face and
they
hearing
like
her.
her.
and they like her because the views on Wendy has still been up for them to keep.
Absolutely.
Because they were going to renew it because before Wendy got, you know, her health got worse, they were going to renew her for another season. Wendy was not finna stop.
No, Wendy was never gonna stop.
Wendy was not going to stop.
Ever.
But honestly, though, I feel like we feel like we always have to work and be like, that's my spot. Sometimes it's like, take a rest, take a breather. Because you still have all this work. You have a decade's worth of work that you've done. You have proven that you are good at what you do. No one's going to play in your face at all. And if they do, baby, you can check them. And what they going to say? Nothing. You're Wendy Williams. You're Wendy Williams. You know tea about everybody. You talk about everybody. Like you saying, like, you know things about everybody in this industry. So you're Wendy Williams. Like these people research on people. So what can they do to you that you can do to them 2 times as worse? You're that girl. Because you know what you know. You know what happens with old people? Oh my God. For real. Old people like to keep... Older people have an issue with keeping their independence. The minute... So you think it's an age, like from the age aspect, she just wants to feel like she's in there still. 100%. She wants to feel like she can hang with the big dogs in the media because in reality, if she didn't have this issue, she would be able to. Does that make sense? But I feel like for me though, when we have things happen to us, like things part of life that we can't control, we let that make it seem like our work is like we discredit our work because we stop. Absolutely. And I feel as though as Black women, we get so pressured to want to keep going for a long, long time. And it's like, it's okay to stop and just end this era as is on a good note. And I agree with you. Right. No, don't get me twisted. I'm just saying, I just hate the fact that she feels like she has to keep going because it's like, I feel like she might love it. No, I get it. But I care about your health. Right. 67 because I got a broken pinky. I'm gonna figure it out. But my thing is though, I care about your health because rest is important. Health is important. Me too. And sometimes the people's work be trumping the health and it be taking over. Absolutely. I just want her to really rest because she's went through so much with her personal life and then people knew her business. I want her to just really rest and just reset and recharge because your whole life people people humiliating you about your thing and then you went on your own show talked about your own divorce. Like she wants to go out on her own terms. Like you have to think about that. Like you want to control your own narrative. Like if you don't have this unfortunate situation, it's like things would be different. And in reality, if you've been doing something for a long time, you have a vision. That's true, yeah. So I think sometimes, again, from an older perspective, it's like I want to go out a certain way. I want to go out with grace. I don't want something to take me out because I've been in it for so damn long. It's like, well, damn, like I want to at least fight to maybe keep my spot. And if it's not in the cards, then it's not in the cards. But I think from her perspective, that's what she. But she can always come back, though. She's Wendy Williams. That's my thing. She can always come back. I agree with you.
I think y'all saying the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. No, but I'm just I get that though. Like I get that because I guess for me, I'm not at that point yet. So I get that. Young buck, baby. Yeah, I'm not at that point yet. Of course not. Like, I'm 30. I'm about to be 31 in period. And I work with a lot of older people, and I just sometimes it's easy to get caught up in the present. You know what I mean? But you do have to think. It's hard to think. Even now, like, especially with the pandemic and stuff, it's hard to think long term, but you still have to think about where you want to see yourself. Absolutely. Yeah. You know what I mean? And you still have to chase that. And I think she wants to chase that. And again, I think she wants to go out on her own terms. She's 57. She probably had a goal of going out at 60. You know what I'm saying? And you just cut it off by 3 years. You just cut it off by 3 years because of this. And how old is Oprah? Like, she's still doing her thing? She probably needs to retire. And I love Oprah, but Oprah been around since I've been in elementary school. She's still interviewing folks. Oprah's never going anywhere. I love Oprah. These girls are never going anywhere. You know, Oprah is Oprah. You know. But I will say this, though. Wendy, we love you. We just want to make sure you keep yourself together. So, peep game. Oprah is almost 10 years older than Wendy. 67. Oprah's never. So, and she's keep going. You don't think Wendy want to be the next. But you know what though? We want to make sure you're healthy first. Yes. So practice health, baby. We want to make sure you're healthy first. And you can be the best that you can be. We want all women to be the best that they can be, but keep their health first. Period. Yeah. No. Period. Polaroid. If I take a picture, it's a Polaroid. If I take a picture, it's a Polaroid. Maybe because your body is a work of art. Maybe because I'm so Uncle Joseph. He has decided to endorse Ketanji Brown for the Supreme Court nominee seat. And, you know, the whole
issue with that, or the whole idea with that, was they wanted a black woman to be added to the Supreme Court. So we don't have too much on sister yet. You know, we got to see what she gonna do when she get in there. Occupation? But she was an attorney, but she's done a lot of different work.
Okay.
And basically what she's fought for, like what her main, I guess, like platform has been basically drug use and like decriminalizing drugs, lessening the sentences for drugs, stuff like that.
Okay, interesting.
That's just from what I've seen from her. I haven't done a deep dive. But by the time y'all hear this and see this, she will most likely be the new seat. So we're probably going to touch on her later, but we just wanted to let the people know. But moving on to, I'm going to say more important things. Moving on to another good sister, another queen. Rihanna. She's
Rihanna, my Pisces sister.
How are we feeling? Rihanna's going to have a baby.
She is just one of like my favorite people to watch grow. I love her. I love that she's doing what she wants to with her life, and she's just confident about it. She is definitely another carefree black girl that I love. Like she just does what she wants to do, and she puts her mind to it. She's just good at everything she does.
I love Rihanna.
I just can't believe it's ASAP Rocky's baby. It's crazy, the history. Like, wow.
Not the history.
Circle back.
Get me
circled the block.
On the block,
right?
10 years ago.
Have you been in the block?
No.
Oh, you're lying.
I'm all right. Yeah. I'm gonna leave you where you're at.
Stay where you at.
You got some time. We'll ask you that in about 2-3 years.
You got 10 years. No, it was like a 10-year
remember when you
difference.
said at this timestamp? No, literally.
They're gonna pull up the old video and put it on and be like, remember that,
Killer?
right?
That was like 2013, right? Fashion Killer.
Yes, bro. So it's been like what?
It's been a little history.
9 years.
That's
I'm happy
crazy.
for her. And now she's like a billionaire. She has her lingerie. She has her beauty.
And he got real successful, real big too. Yeah.
He's invested in things. You know, he's doing his thing too.
I think she did it on her own terms, and I think that's what's the most important
why she's
thing.
happy.
I'm happy for her.
And that's why I think, I can be extremely happy for her. It's like she obviously chose
to be with him.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
she can have anybody she wants. She chose that man.
It's Riri. Like, let's be for real. So it's like, I think I'm all for like black women like taking full advantage of their happiness, and if they have the cards in their hand to win it all, take the money home. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
victory lap at this point.
Yeah.
Go ahead, girl.
Like, she's successful. She's successful in music. Like, think about it. Like, even if Anti, God forbid, is her last project, it's Anti.
She did on a great note. I still bump it. To this day,
literally the other day,
this morning.
So that's why I'm like, you gotta be thankful for any time, and she seems happy. Like
I love seeing black women happy. Yes,
she is beautiful,
and having babies later in life. Like you don't
when you want to, because she said she wanted to have her business first, then have some kids.
Exactly.
She did exactly.
Listen,
she was like 19, 20, and they were asking her this. Mind you, like people have been putting up those old interviews, and it's amazing to see that she followed through. Is to see a plan just followed through, and from a black woman who is just doing the thing and just living her best life.
All of the flowers, Rihanna. We love you.
So we love you. Many blessings and good luck with everything.
Yes, can't wait to see you in motherhood.
Yes, a beautiful motherhood. Now to get into motherhood, who's a mother and people kind of don't realize this one.
Who?
Miss Remy Ma.
Yes.
Okay.
Miss Remy Ma is a mother, and not only is she a mother, but she is doing other things, right? So she has created her own rap battle league.
Period.
Right?
Ooh,
I don't know if y'all heard about that.
No.
So in addition to, being a new mother, she has created her own rap battle league. And if you don't know, that's like her roots. So like, that's why personally, if you were to ever ask me my top 5, she's going to be in there because I watched her videos from back then when she was battling like Lady Luck and stuff like that. So for her to dabble and create her own rap battle league, I think that's dope, right?
Yeah.
Because rap battle is something that's been around for a while.
Yes, absolutely.
A lot of our favorite rappers come from there. And I think that it's dope that she's creating that platform for women. And, there's a lot of black women who are on that platform.
She's lifting them up.
That's what I was about to ask. So she it's like centered around women?
It's all women. So it's a women
Love
It's called.
I love
when the girls rap.
Yes,
come on.
Yes,
they're gonna violate.
No, they're battle rapping, y'all. So it gets real jiggy.
They gonna be rapping for real. No TikTok, and they rapping for real.
No wigs are safe. No wigs
are safe. So if you're into bars, if you're into just like real, just like the essence of hip hop, and if you ever just follow battle rap and you're around a whole bunch of dudes, you know what I'm saying? Then this is something for you to really get into. I just would say, she has this platform called Chrome 23. It launches February 27th. You can watch it then. I'm pretty sure that's going to be after this releases, but I would say check it out and give it a chance. I think she's someone that we should support. I think a lot of people kind of forget that Remy paved a way in a sense. People don't understand how big that Conceited record was. And if she didn't go to jail, Nicki Minaj would have some competition. And I'm not just saying that, I'm not saying that to be malicious. I'm just saying that if you look at the history of what happened, that's what was going on. And I hate that she went away for what happened, but in reality I think that we should give her a chance, and I think this is something we should support if you really rock with hip-hop, what I'm saying? Absolutely. So check that out, and you might see some familiar faces, and shout out to Remy for stepping out and doing something different, you know what I mean?
Yes, congrats, Remy.
I think that's fire. I love seeing women in hip hop or women in music in general. But a little bit love to the hip hop, because that's kind of becoming more of a norm now. Women in hip hop being mothers and representing hip hop and still being able to represent motherhood in the same space. So shout out to all the carefree black girl, mothers out there.
And I love women uplifting women. It's just a great package.
Love a black
Check that out
from infinity to infinity.
So, for our Get Free segment, with me being a personal trainer, and I even like to just kind of refer to myself as a fitness coach, not necessarily a lifestyle coach, but definitely a fitness wellness coach. I want to talk about literally getting free, right? I think it's important for us in the time and space of where we're at in the year. It's the end of February. We literally have spring coming up. You know what I mean? If you look at the zodiacs, Aries is technically the first zodiac of the seasons, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
So if you look at that, for me, I always kind of look at March as a restart button.
Yes,
right?
It is.
Because I feel like January is the year just ended. We just had all these holidays. You got a lot of introspective going on. And you're trying to figure things out. And I feel like there's so much pressure on the new year, and I hate that. I hate that. Yes, it's a nice refresh button because you kind of know where you're at in your chapter, in your personal book, right? But I just feel give yourself time to figure things out first and give yourself a trial. Don't we always give ourselves a trial when we're trying things, whether it's Netflix, whether it's the gym, whether it's whatever the case? Why not give yourself a personal trial, right? So,
ooh, I like that phrase.
Right.
I feel for the carefree black girls out there, I feel like everyone should use this month and, going forward to set themselves free.
Yes.
Things are going to be blooming. You're going to literally be seeing butterflies flying around, setting themselves free. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be seeing so much going on, and whatever getting free is to you, whether that's trying new things, whether you've been in the house because of the pandemic and maybe you kind of want to step outside and maybe do something that you really, really miss.
Safely.
Whether that's, safely, exactly. Whether that's letting go of a bad habit that you have and that's going to set you free and allow you to do other things. I just feel people should take advantage of the time, take advantage of the space, and set themselves free. Don't hold yourself back from any joy.
Ooh.
Do what you want to do. Life is short. We clearly don't know what the hell could happen the next day.
Literally.
Really.
We don't know. So it's prepare, live life like there's no tomorrow, but prepare if it's going to come for the next day, right?
That's
and find that sweet spot. Like, find that sweet spot. Get free. Don't hold yourself back from joy. If you got something that you want to do, work towards it and do that shit. Like,
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Do whatever helps you get free and get happy, because we have to live in our body. We have to live with our mental. And I know everybody has their different things that they have going on. But again, whatever get free means to you in a safe, healthy way, get free. Get free.
I love that. I just was like, man.
That's
just because you didn't do what you thought that you were going to do at the beginning of the year, you can do it now.
I mean, you were hibernating.
It doesn't matter when you start. It's how you finish.
Right. We was hibernating. We was planning. We was plotting. We was getting things together.
Right.
We was creating the vision, and now we can live it.
And you may or may not have made it to the gym, and that's okay.
Trust the process.
Get there.
People are dwindling now. Okay. They're starting to dwindle now.
Those juices you bought, they might be in the refrigerator just spoiling. Throw those away.
Oh God,
buy you some ones.
Start over.
Don't give up. Don't give up.
Don't give up. But I'm gonna say this right now. Like, don't
dream deferred, friend.
Don't be mad because you're still doing the habits, because it takes 3 weeks to break a habit.
It's New Year resolutions. It doesn't have to start in January.
Yeah.
And it's realistically probably not gonna start in January. Yeah. So give yourself time. Give yourself grace.
Yes.
Come on and sing. Period. Yeah. Get free, girly. Get free. We love you.
Get free. We love y'all. Be safe.
It's a snap.
Do it safely. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty black, cute. Pretty black, cute. Pretty black, cute. Come on. Pretty black, cute. Pretty black, cute. Pretty black, cute. Ladies.
All right, y'all. So the weather is warming up. We getting some summer bops ready. Some hot girl summer stuff going on. So Jasmine Sullivan just dropped pretty much like a part 2 of Hotels with Motels. No. Is that a bop?
Yes.
Y'all listening? Y'all streaming? Y'all hearing it? I haven't heard it yet. I'm sorry.
Please listen to it. I love Jasmine Sullivan. And we're not even going to do this, okay?
I love Jasmine Sullivan. I love the...
y'all not going to play
we're
my
not,
face.
because I literally have a Jasmine Sullivan tattoo. Like, not her face. What
does it say?
It's a quote from Masterpiece. Wow, imagine if I wouldn't have been able to remember that. And I got her. It says, as the sun shines on all of my glory, my flaws don't look so bad at all. And basically the whole song is about just loving yourself and like, just not being so hard on yourself, because you're beautiful and you're capable and you can do incredible things. But Hotel is about hoeing. But I think it's more so just about like your experiences as a woman with your sexuality, and like just as a person with your sexuality, like just having a roster and just toxic relationships and just so many different things that you go through in your sexual journey. And I love the first project. I love this deluxe project. Hurt Me So Good has me in a choke hold. Okay,
I'm going to cry. You'll be like, I'm
it sounds like gospel, but she's talking about like relationships. Evil men.
Oh wow, yeah. She always brings the vocals.
Yes.
So I'm really interested to see how like she kind of expands on like the hotel stories. So like, she has more people coming on.
She has Issa Rae.
Oh snap!
And I love that one.
She has her own tale.
Okay.
She has I think she has Don't Call Me White Girl, Mona.
I love her. I was just watching her
Arm on Frontal. Yeah, she has her.
I was really watching her podcast last night. I was like, this girl is funny.
No, she's a dope comedian.
She literally, her tale is about like having the best pussy, like being competitive in sex. She's great. There's so many different new tales and new songs, and like personally, I love Selfish. I love Hurt Me So Good.
That's good taste.
So let me know what y'all love. Use the hashtag CareFreeBlackGirl. Let me know what y'all favorite songs are, if y'all feeling it or not.
All right. So speaking of Money Long, she got a new song, Polaroid.
Yes.
Also have not heard that yet.
I love Polaroid. It had me in a chokehold previously.
Oh, this is off the project?
No, well, this is off of I think it was like one of her first EPs.
So older song.
Yes, it's a bit older.
Okay.
So like, did the people bring this back, or did she decide to like bring it?
I brought it back.
She
did kind of bring it back with her TikToks and stuff, because you know she really Time Machine had already been a thing. It was already out.
Yeah, I've been hearing that.
She it's got hot on TikTok, and she's kind of done that with Polaroid too. But I love Polaroid. I think it's a very, very good song. It's very smooth. It's like it's about like basically, I don't want to say like it's basically about nudes.
Never mind.
But it's more so of like in a more tasteful way of like put you on the counter, take a picture like that. Ain't nobody gonna see it but me. Put it on my wall. That's the song. Yeah,
okay.
It's very cute, very sexy, very.
This is like the perfect time to explore her music, which I'm going to because obviously she got her voice is beautiful.
Beautiful.
She got the bops. I mean, I have heard this one, Saweetie, Closer. Have y'all listened to it?
I did listen to it.
Hello, Rocco.
I don't hear no enthusiasm. So
that's
like a no.
What did you think? What did you?
I like it. It's very catchy. I like the little the chorus is really fun. I like what she's saying. I love Saweetie. I'm sorry. I love her.
I like Saweetie. It's like specific songs.
It's just a song.
Because like it's specific songs that I do like. I don't like all her stuff.
Do you like this one?
I wouldn't say I don't like it. It's just that if I heard it somewhere in passing, I'd be like, okay, I like this. Is cute. But it's not something like, I don't know what I would play it for. In the course of like my day to day, like when I'm like just chilling, it's a little bit more upbeat than I'm used to.
Upbeat? Okay.
What I'm saying, like just the way like I do a lot of like chill music, so it's kind of like throughout the day. So like I don't think that's something I listen to like throughout the day while I'm like working and nothing like that. I would have to just like be in the mood to listen to that, you know.
Makes sense.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I liked it. I thought it was cute. Not cute like, oh, she's cute, but like cute like it was actually good. It's a very good song. Not gonna lie, when I first heard it, I thought, Victoria Monet. But you know, I think her did what she needed to do. I think Saweetie did what she needed to do. It's a very good song. And I don't want to. Let me say, I thought Victoria Monet because she has that sound down packed. Like Victoria Monet is incredible, super talented, and I feel like she would have ate that up. But that's not to say that her didn't eat it up. But I would have loved to see her in that. But I'm not mad that she wasn't on that song, just because I also don't want her to get typecasted in like 70s R&B style only, like Silk Sonic only, like because she's very talented. She could do. She's written very many different songs for very many different people. So I don't know. That was my first thought, but it was influence.
Good. Yeah, I like it.
Possible.
Like it. Okay, have y'all heard the new Baby Tate song? She just dropped 2 songs, but I really love this one. What's Love? I love it. I've been playing it a lot.
I like Tate. I'm not mad at the song.
Okay.
I think that's one of those songs that off first listen I had to run it back, if that makes sense. Like it didn't captivate me at first, but then when I listened to it the second time, I was like, okay, I can get with this. It's not bad. So I don't know. I like Tate. I like what she's doing. I think she's trying to do something different, if that makes sense. I don't know how else to put it. I think she's just trying to do something different. So
because all her old stuff got real popular, and she got known for like the rainbow, the colors. Because you realize she changed the name from Young Baby Tate to Baby Tate. So I think it's like she was really young when she made the name and made like all those concepts. Now she's probably growing to something different.
I think it kind of addresses like the stuff that was going on with the whole what is it, Love and Hip Hop with that dude.
Wop that?
A little bit, like just slightly. And then I like that she's singing on it.
I like it though. I like it. I think I agree with you, Candy. I think it's her kind of maturing in her music and in her sound, which I really love. It's different.
I'm never mad at an artist for growing started. I'm never mad at an artist for trying something different.
No, I like that though, because some people get mad when the artist tries something different. They'll be like, "Why did I want it to be like this and this album?" Like, you're not in the studio making this. Why can't you tell an artist you want every album to sound like this one album? That makes no sense.
Yes.
Artists don't grow when you do that.
Yes. So stream it so that she can, continue to grow and have the funds to do so. Yes. Support her. We love her.
And we know her DJ. Shout out to Sky Jetta. Yeah, she's a carefree black girl. We love her over here.
So Snowfall.
Ooh, don't get me started.
Y'all have this topic because I don't watch Snowfall.
Oh my!
I stopped at like season 2, but I know everybody's hyped, so I'm trying. I want to watch it, the whole thing.
Okay.
I haven't watched any of it. Wow. I just know. That
so you're clearly the expert.
Only one that's watched Snowfall. Of course, I've watched Snowfall. Right?
How is it, Candy? Give us the tea.
I'm not gonna front. So the premiere happened Wednesday on the 24th or something like that. They dropped 2 episodes. I know I'm old because I fell asleep during the movie. I was trying to stay up.
No, she didn't.
And I tried and I was like, yo, I can't hang.
Period.
But regardless, overall, it was, I thought it was good. I think it's going to be able to really set us up for this season to come.
Okay.
I know John Singleton was, had parts of it, and he's no longer here. R.I.P.
Yeah.
So I think Damson Idris has a lot more power and say so in what's going to be written. So with that being said, I think that he's going to make sure he tries to honor his legacy.
Yeah.
And I just think that overall the acting is good, right? I think for me, I think that's the most important part. Like, I like a good show, but that's also going to come down to the acting and the storytelling and how they tie everything together. And, as of right now, I appreciate how it's all being tied together. If you're someone who is just now getting into the show, maybe for you it might be a slow start, especially if you don't know what it might be based off of. Which is kind of loosely based off of Freeway Rick Ross. And we can get into that. That's a whole different thing. We don't have the time for it. Maybe that could be
I've heard him talk about
episode.
this so many times.
Yeah, but pretty long story short, so it's loosely based off of, him. And, that's why, like, there's so much that could be written and well written. And I think that this season is going to really showcase, how that era really affected the United States. And not only the United States, but Black America. And our neighborhoods and, our past carefree Black girls to our present carefree Black girls to the carefree Black girls that are to come.
No,
so,
absolutely.
and that's just, just to like really pinpoint things. So, I think when y'all get the chance, just check it out. It's not that bad.
You sold it.
But
it's not that bad.
Do you think it's going to keep going for multiple seasons, or we're seeing it close? Because it's getting tight. It's like intense. Well, from what I can hear,
if it's loosely based off of Freeway Rick Ross, this man is still alive. So it's like there's a lot to still kind of.
But he was in prison, right?
At this point,
he was in prison.
So like it's a lot. They're currently in season 5, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
I think. If they're either in season 4 or season 5, someone please fact check me real quick.
It's season 5.
It's season 5. So I think that they're gonna at least go to maybe 6, potentially 7, because there's a lot to be done. Like right now, they went from being in Los Angeles to now they got family members in Arkansas, Little Rock, and we can go into why that is called that and all of those things. So like, you get what I'm saying? So there's a lot to be told.
A lot of information.
Yeah, like there's a lot of history there, but I don't know. Typically, shows like that, like something like The Wire, only ran like 5 seasons, and that might be the closest thing that's like very similar to this.
Because The Wire was very raw.
And get what I'm saying? So I don't know how much further they can tell us while still keeping us engaged. I would say about maybe 2 more seasons if they can keep it realistic. Like they have to keep it as realistic as possible,
because people are not gonna watch it.
Yeah, so I think that might be the disconnect with something like that in like a show like Power. You get what I'm saying? So I think it's a definitely a show to watch. I think that there's some dope actresses on there, or actors, however you want to call it, especially the girls who play Wanda, even the girl who plays Louie. Like they're really dope, if you're into that stuff. So definitely check it out.
Okay, you sold it.
Now I gotta watch it now.
You sold it a little bit.
That's my show. I watch a little something.
I'm gonna try to get into it.
Yeah, y'all should.
It just might take me a little minute.
Sorry.
Speaking of taking a little minute, we've already mentioned this woman. Nicki Nicki Minaj. She has.
For her.
Not even gonna mention her.
You called her whole government name. What's the nickname?
She did drop. She dropped a new song.
Yes.
With Lil Baby.
She dropped 2 new songs with him.
Okay. How did y'all feel? Did y'all like it? Did y'all listen?
Do we have a problem? Okay. Do we have a problem in busing? I don't like them per se.
Mm-hmm.
But I do sometimes randomly be hearing, do we have a problem in my head? So, okay. I don't know. It's catchy, but
you don't necessarily like it.
No.
Honest? Anybody else? Everybody's quiet.
Well, I can't have an opinion on it, a song that I have not heard.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
I would agree.
You haven't heard it yet?
I have not.
She had a whole video with like...
Yeah.
It was like a movie. It was like 15 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
I couldn't do it. I don't want the Barbs, if they ever come across this freaking video, to come storm my shit and try to cancel me.
Please do not come bother me.
At the end of the day, I was someone who stood in line for that Pink Friday. I bought it on iTunes and I got the hard disk. I got a t-shirt. I was wearing pink socks on fucking Friday and on a Nicki Minaj. So like, don't get it twisted, because I was a Barb. But like, as of right now, I'm just not inclined to listen to her music. Like, I'm not looking to check for her at this moment. Mm-hmm. Not saying that they can't change. I would love for it to change, but just as of right now,
you're good.
Well, yeah, I'm cool right now. That's all. So I don't plan on checking it out. Y'all let me, if people were like, yo, it's some real hot shit, this is some, you know what I mean? Then maybe I might be more inclined to listen to it. But as of right now, the reviews have been a little bit mixed. Yep. So, cool.
I agree.
I agree with you. Because it's just kind of like, I don't know. When I heard like her voice, I was like, where's Nicki Minaj? It was her auto-tuned over.
Ooh. There's a lot of different switches and voices and things.
I don't know. It just threw me off. I don't know. It just threw me off. But it's like I said, for artists, I like specific songs. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna like every single one of your songs. You're gonna make some songs that they may not be my cup of tea, but I'm gonna still love you as an artist, girl.
Well,
that's fair. But I power to her.
Yeah.
I hope she catches one.
No, for real.
Do what you do.
All the success.
We'll see how the album is.
Anyways.
I don't wish nothing bad on no black woman.
No, yeah, for sure.
Me neither. Do you, boo?
Yes.
So
still love you.
Yeah. Be successful. Stream the song if you want to stream it.
And
like tell us.
I'm a DJ. If y'all like it, I'd be like, I fuck with it. But it's been mixed reviews. So,
It is mixed reviews.
Yeah, no. So we'll see.
So we have Omeretta.
Yes.
That is not Atlanta.
Sorry. She's saying y'all is not in Atlanta. Y'all not from Atlanta. This is not Atlanta.
She had the girls upset. She had the girls mad.
I ain't mad at it.
Me neither.
It's fun. I was just talking shit on Twitter about how I want more girls to just release some fun shit. Mm-hmm. It don't gotta be a song. I get it had Atlanta in the uproar. Good God, that day on Twitter was crazy.
Yes. But the problem was she shot it in Cobb County.
Truist Park. The baseball stadium.
I know that's the Braves and that's the Atlanta Braves, but it's like...
It's in Cobb County.
It's not in Atlanta.
But it's now part of Atlanta. So I'm from Georgia. So like when I first...
How did that happen?
Gerrymandering. Like they really were just gentrifying and taking up more and more and including it and making it more of Atlanta. Because there were some parts that were added to
but
Atlanta
geographically though.
It's not Atlanta. It's 20 minutes away.
That's what she was saying.
But like according to like how they take property, it is
they
technically
Atlanta
because their zip code is Atlanta, Georgia, and they'll have a zip code. So they think they're from Atlanta. That's where the disconnect's coming from. Because originally it's not. It's been like added. It's a new addition. So they call it Metro Atlanta. That's like your Cobb County, your Alpharetta.
It's Metro Atlanta.
It's Metro Atlanta. It's not the city of Atlanta. Let's get that separately together.
I think people know they're not from the city of Atlanta.
Sure.
Yeah. They say
the Minnesota Bell here gonna let you know.
Yeah. But dang, we're supposed to be unified in the city. Now tearing us apart.
But it's just kind of like, why are you so pressed to not be from the city of Atlanta? Like, what's wrong with saying you're from Metro Atlanta?
Why are we so pressed to care that we're from Atlanta? Like, that's, I don't understand.
But why is it such a big deal? It's just a real big
question. It's really like attacking the artist. Because so now you're saying Outkast is not, they can't say they from Atlanta. You say Gucci can't say he's from Atlanta. Walker can't say
the Migos can't say that.
Yeah.
Because they're from North Atlanta.
They're not even from,
they're from
Gwinnett, apparently.
Gwinnett's not Atlanta.
So
now they can't even rap.
So here's the thing about the song. She didn't lie.
She didn't.
Right.
She did not. That stuff is 20 minutes away from Atlanta.
The issue is, if you look at this, we live in Atlanta. Think about somebody who does not live in Atlanta. Where was she supposed to shoot that video? I'm just playing devil's advocate right now.
The Varsity.
You have a point.
Where was
the Mercedes?
Atlanta people don't like the Varsity. They don't go to the Varsity. That's tourists.
Where is she?
Centennial Olympic Park.
Bill. They don't. If an outsider watches that video and they see her in the middle of the park, they're gonna be like, "Where the fuck is that in Atlanta?"
Exactly.
There's not a landmark. That's Atlanta.
Right?
There's no symbol for Atlanta. Like
we
can't
go to Magic City. We done seen everybody in front of fucking Magic City. Like
we done seen them do that.
So I'm playing devil's advocate. If I'm an outsider that does not live in Atlanta and I'm watching this video, the one thing that I can recognize in
the
Brain
Stadium
is the Brain Stadium,
the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. She did it inside
and
there.
even someone who like lived in Massachusetts,
Hawks.
right? So peep this. I don't know. I'm just trying.
They did win the World Series.
You feel me?
That's why she did it. It's a marketing thing. Everything's a marketing thing.
That's why I'm like, I'm just trying to shoot her a little bell. It's like, where else was she supposed to do it? If she's not from a particular hood, for real, you want her to go post
but she wasn't gonna put up there. Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? She gonna go. I'm gonna go flex in front of the stadium. Like,
but for real,
you can recognize.
That's a normal response though, because when I don't know if y'all know this artist, but Pastor Troy, when he did No More Playing GA and he had the UGA stuff, he made that song for UGA, but he was in Atlanta. So, and they didn't get mad at him because he was repping UGA with all his act and stuff. He had the bulldog in his video. Yeah. He still had some type of representation, even if he wasn't in actual Athens. And they still liked the song.
She had a Falcons jersey on then.
I know but she was still repping Atlanta. It's just they had a problem. But they had a problem with her because they were saying Truist Park is not Atlanta.
But to your point, you just said how he was saying.
But they didn't get mad at him though for that.
Right. I'm saying that you said, okay, he had all this Georgia stuff on.
But he wasn't in Athens.
Right, but she had on a Falcons jersey.
Right, which is, but my thing, so they were mad at her for that because she had on the Falcons jersey. Truist Park technically is not Atlanta because they talking about it's Smyrna.
So why they wasn't mad at him?
That's my question. Why weren't they mad at him when he did his stuff? That's my question.
Because she coming at people.
Why they get mad at her like that? Because a lot of artists have done it. That's what I'm saying. A lot of artists have done it, especially Georgia artists. Pastor Troy done it. Lil Jon, Ying Twins, Eastside Boy. They have done things to rep things Georgia related, and they were in Atlanta. So why is it so different with her?
She's the one saying
I'm
that
from Georgia.
Different.
I see.
I feel the one causing the conflict. We're not from Georgia, so it's
I'm from Georgia, so it's like growing up, I would see Atlanta like Outkast.
But you know Atlanta, we don't.
Yeah,
so that's
what I'm explaining. Like I've seen other celebrities. She's not the first celebrity to do this, and it's kind of a little nostalgic for me to see an artist do something like this because a lot of Atlanta artists they rep Atlanta. But it's different when you're there, wearing the jersey, wearing the stuff at the landmarks where you go watch baseball, you go do stuff like that. That's what they used to do back in the early 2000s. She's bringing some of that back. It's like it's giving me nostalgia.
The Atlanta remix video, like these niggas was all up in everywhere else.
Yeah, but they were talking about a certain place and they weren't in it. So what's the issue with her doing it? Because we've been doing it. Outkast did it. Pastor Troy did it. Lil Jon did it. Why she can't do it?
Well, that's why I said I was just shooting her.
I think that was her point. I don't know.
Why can't she do it?
Her point was saying you from Atlanta, you got to rep Atlanta, but she was in Atlanta, but she was repping Atlanta and with her
with the the Brave Stadium.
So the only people who gonna really know that are people in Atlanta.
Yeah,
so that's it.
They're gonna think the stadium's Atlanta anyways, bro. They're gonna think the stadium's Atlanta anyways.
The people who give a fuck are the people in Atlanta.
No, but that's true.
Nobody else gives a fuck.
Because I thought it was hard.
Yeah,
I loved it.
But people doing it for their cities too.
Of course.
But I loved it though. I just hated I just didn't like how they were giving her a hard time. Like it's not filmed in Atlanta. You didn't do Pastor Troy like this. You didn't do none of the men like this. Why are you doing her like this?
Yeah.
She's having fun. Let her have fun.
I listen to the play in GA, but I feel like she was coming at people.
I'm dead.
The bars
she was coming at,
listen,
bro.
The bars were there.
Yep.
She was rapping. She was rapping.
I think, and she just dropped another freestyle that she mentioned all of these women rappers from old to new, and it was fire again.
She's dope.
So although Shorty might be a little controversial, I think that she's still a girl to watch. I think that she still is somebody that we should
She can rap.
Yeah, I think she can rap. So I think if she catches one and, again, this didn't do nothing but bring nothing but a whole bunch of promotion to her.
Literally.
TMZ promoted it. She got people doing remixes and all of this stuff. So all she has to do is continue to be consistent. And, she gonna be all right. She might gotta be quiet a little bit, but she gonna be all right.
She started a conversation.
Yeah, she totally started a conversation. And again, I don't think people was really mad. I think it was something to talk about. I just think it was something to talk about.
No, some people definitely were mad, and I was like, why are you coming for her? Like, get a life. Get a life.
Yeah,
get a life.
Relax on shorty.
She's having fun. She's having fun.
She's having fun with this shit, and I want more people to have fun with this. So
and rep where you from. I want to see black people where they from. I think that's what's nostalgic about it. It's because they used to do that. A lot of artists used to rep where they from, wear the jerseys, wear the stuff. I like that. Keep doing it.
Speaking of new and old, Bel-Air, the new reboot of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Ooh,
how are y'all feeling? I don't have Peacock.
So that's the only thing I don't have Peacock.
But I watched clips of it, and from what I've seen, everybody is playing their role very
well.
Mad at
Coco
Jones is eating.
Not they mad at Carlton.
People are mad that Uncle Phil is skinny.
Okay,
like,
it's
a lot of criticism, but I know it's
I'm
fire.
dead. Not they say he's
really great.
No,
it's really great.
You like
great.
Okay.
So, as someone who absolutely watched Fresh Prince every, when it was airing,
I'm dead.
I would say that there was a lot of expectations, and even someone from me.
Okay.
I thought that it was going to be very similar to what we've already seen.
Okay.
Yeah,
it is the complete 180, and I absolutely love it.
Oh, wow.
And because it's almost like what would really happen in today's age.
So they modernized it.
It's very modernized.
Okay.
They did a great job
and more serious.
The characters.
It's not a comedy sitcom.
It's not comedy, but you can definitely still find joy in it. I think people can relate to it. They had people from, they just had an episode where there was a fraternity in it.
Black
so
people.
You get what I'm saying?
I like that.
I think that they did a good job again at modernizing it. I think they did a job at collecting people to represent these characters in that way. So again, Coco Jones, right, being Hillary, if I'm not mistaken. So she was supposed to be this high profile girl, who back in the OG Fresh Prince, right, who was this very bougie chick, right, didn't do nothing, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
This Hillary is in front of the camera, like, recording everything. She's like working. That was like never her thing. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like it's really, really dope to see. I think that again, Carlton, absolutely. He is totally going to be a character that you do not like.
Oh my god!
Because you didn't like him in the original, but it was a different reason why you don't.
It was
like
like
him.
funny.
It was
comical.
He was a little dorky.
Yeah,
and, at least he gave us a little dance, and you know what I'm saying.
Some entertainment. Yeah.
This one is just like, bro, what is wrong with you? Like,
no,
you know what I'm saying?
Dang,
like,
they gonna turn him around too.
No,
that's what I said. It's a complete 180 on the characters. I think that even from the mother to the daughter to even the girl who plays Ashley, like, I don't want to spoil it away, but there's a lot of twists and turns, and they find ways to incorporate everything that's going on in today's age, from FaceTime to social media to LGBT community to the gang life.
Oh wow!
To, a little bit of everything. So I think that they did a great job. I think that people should give it a chance. I'm happy people are talking about it, because if they weren't, I would have just thought that they were just doing the same thing, and it's like we've seen that before. We want to see something new. So I think all type of age ranges can kind of watch it and get something from it. So
that's
I would
really
say,
interesting.
I
want to watch it now.
Say, I might share the password.
I'm dead.
No, because I honestly was scared to watch it because I thought it was going to be like a live. You know how they do live actions of stuff, or like they'll do remakes of stuff. I was like, I'm tired of reboots. I am tired of reboots. I don't want to see another reboot. I'm sorry, but leave stuff alone and create another ideas. But when you said that, I'm thinking, okay, it's going to be the same as what we already saw. I'm glad that you said that because I don't want to watch it.
It's not. It's totally different. Again, it's modernized. There's some nice flips on it. Even to the dude who plays jazz, like it's nice. I think it's something that everybody can absorb and again enjoy and get something from. So
yes,
and find a character that you might know or relate to. So if you can get Peacock, get that. If
she been going through the recommendations about these shows now.
No, really.
I know, this is the most I watch TV in a long time.
There's a lot of good stuff going on.
You have good taste. I need to come to your house and see what you be watching.
No,
because you got the shows.
So, but I would recommend it, if y'all, and it's like $5 or something like that. This is not an ad. It should be.
I'm dead.
But it's like $5, so
I'm afraid.
Period. Watch it.
Period.
I'm afraid. I got slim waist, body tight. What the body like? Free hoe with a mouth. With the pussy belt.
Hey y'all, it's the one and only the Lips of the Bonnie Nava, and so girls to watch.
Yeah,
the girls been doing it. They've been doing the thing,
okay.
And they've been singing. Speaking of singing, Money Long. Her hours and hours performance on the Tonight Show.
Still fucking up that's her name, bro. I was saying that.
I know. I was like Muni.
Mooney.
I was saying
Money
crazy.
Long.
Money
I like
Long.
it,
Okay.
though. Shout out to
It's
them.
a boss lady name.
She gangsta.
It's a boss lady name.
Fly.
How do y'all feel about like her career? Like, is she about to do?
I'm excited
next
for her.
projects.
I think it's
excited.
beautiful. Okay, so we actually met her at South by Southwest when she was going by Priscilla Renee. It was a country singer.
Oh yeah, because she wrote California King Bed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, I can hear it now. Like, I literally can hear her voice on it. But
she wrote California King Bed.
So just to see her be able to like rebrand like this, and just her career in general, like writing some of these really top songs that we've been listening to since kids, and like she wrote that. Like she getting a cut from that.
Very talented.
So I think that's really dope. Hours and Hours is, I try to avoid it, but I could not.
Literally, it's a beautiful song about just like loving somebody, and I don't think I hate to say we have people make songs that like heartbreak. That's cool, yeah, it sells, but like there's people that actually like the person that they're with. What about them?
I'm dead.
What about them?
I love her. I think she's super talented. I feel like even her project before her last project was fire. That's when I heard about her.
Okay. Oh wow!
Not to be that girl that's like
that.
I've been new, but I've been new.
Okay, she been new.
But look,
and so this whole project is fire. Hours and Hours is not even the best song on the project to me. Like,
oh wow, give us a tea on what the track is, girl.
That's hard because it's good. Like I'm saying,
besides
from no
Time
R&B
Machine and Hours
to
and Hours,
just being alive. Like the first track to the last track is good. Every single song.
Not it's a no skip.
It's a no skip.
It's like real R&B. Like
I have never had a no skip
from like
before.
the pop alternative R&B.
I hate
the girls are not rapping no more.
But it's real.
But we got real R&B.
It's real. Like there is. When
it's a difference.
Say real R&B, like there is a difference. Like. Y'all have to understand, like, we grew up with, like, a lot of instrumentation. Mm-hmm. Like, people playing live. Mm-hmm. So,
Voices.
we grew up with people who came from the church, right?
Yeah, and girls ain't going to church no more.
So, you get what I'm saying?
Girls, it's a culture difference. Like, girls ain't going to church. They're not learning to sing from church no more. So, it's a different sound.
So, I'm
they
not trying to knock
auto-tune.
that sound because it's here. I
it's
like
different.
it, right? But there is a such thing as true R&B because
it came from the church.
It's just a sound and a feeling, and that space is definitely for the taking, if you get what I'm saying. That lane is open. Like there's a lot of people who can open up and take that lane if they wanted to, but again, we don't have a lot of people who are necessarily maybe
this and that. Like she's really talented, singing and
I like her voice a lot.
So,
beautiful.
Yes, I'm so happy that she's getting her shine in this way, and that she can be herself. I guess because I guess she wasn't a country singer.
Yeah,
she wasn't really a country singer.
But you gotta try stuff though. You gotta try stuff.
No, that's back to earlier. Sometimes you're just good at some shit. Like
literally.
you just do it. You know what I'm saying?
And you just do a trial run of just trying different things, and then people are like, I like that. You know, that's real good.
I disagree though. I don't feel like I don't like when people say, I know what y'all mean when y'all say real R&B. I think it's just more traditional R&B and what you know, but I don't feel like alternative R&B or the different aspects of R&B are not real. I think it's just different. Yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
I can agree with you. I do
true,
think
though.
it's a different sound than like 90s R&B or just like.
But even 80s R&B sound different from 90s R&B though.
It's
just transformed.
I'm not
it's
mad
just
at
transformed.
Real because it is
sound.
still
It's
R&B.
a sound.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you're correct, right? It is still technically R&B, but we're used to more traditional sounding, and our ears are conditioned to hearing certain things when we're pulling from R&B tracks.
It's an adjustment phase for people who grow it different, because like it's just the differentialities of like music, because music's gonna evolve and change. Like look how it went from like, you know,
I just don't want to lose that space. That's all.
I don't think we are. I think they just need to be highlighted. I think people who are in that space need to be highlighted more. The new upcoming people. That's the issue. I think it's the marketing aspect.
So who else is some girls?
Well, speaking of girls that like have a good marketing aspect, Coco Jones.
Oh,
yes.
So let's talk about how she talked about her Disney experience and got crazy views on her YouTube channel. And then like, where's the music? And then she's like, I'm gonna put out a song. Here y'all go. And they're like, okay, but are you coming back to TV? She said, I got a little something under my sleeve. Kind of got on with Terrell Grice with the little YouTube channel. And then boom, she's on Bel-Air. That is the best marketing plan I've ever seen in my life. Shout out to her publicist because they had her together.
Time out.
Who is she? They had her. So Coco Jones.
Wait. So you're telling me that pretty much how she plays her character on the show was somewhat semi-reflective of...
No, I'm just talking about the path of her career. But that's like, a good marketing process.
You said that she did a lot of YouTube stuff.
So she did Disney Channel.
Social media
so
and all of that. Okay.
But like, she did Disney Channel. She was a child star. So she was with Kiki. She was with Raven. Like, she knew them. She was with them. She's not that much. She's with, like, she's with China and McClain's like era of like in Zendaya. She's that old. So seeing her grow up and seeing her go from that to like, okay, we didn't see her on Disney. We didn't see her for a while. What happened to her? What happened? And then when she came out and talked about it, it blew up. And it's like, it brought all the attention back to her. And that's great. I feel like that's a great way to get the attention back to you. Tell the truth about something and people are not going to like it. And they're going to be like, oh, why'd you say that? Oh, and like everyone's looking at you. And I thought that was perfect. Because she's talented. She has the voice. She has the skills. She has the acting. She has the comedy. Why not? Why not? And it just got her right back on the path of people knowing who she is, getting interviews from magazines, getting like little L segments and things like that. Like, we're seeing her back because she actually was like, these people didn't do me right. And they just said that there was no place for me. And people were like, actually, that's a lie. We have places for you now. Come with us.
Yeah, see, that's her character on the Bel-Air show. Like,
she played Hillary.
That's the best marketing plan ever, though. I will say that hands down.
That's semi-reflective.
That's beautiful.
What's going on with her show.
I saw her on Instagram, and I just like, oh, she's so pretty. I never explored what she does. So that's really nice that she's getting into her.
She's getting her recognition.
That's gonna really propel her.
She's so talented, and it's just that, you know, when you work for a place like Disney, and sometimes if you kind of like phase out, people don't usually remember you unless you're that Miley Cyrus or that Raven. They're not.
I never heard of Let It Shine. Never.
It was a Disney movie.
Oh, it was a movie.
It was a movie.
Man, I used to watch the Disney movies every Saturday. I used to watch
it. Keep up with her. She's definitely going very, very far. Like, whether it's acting and her role on Bel-Air or like her singing and her TikToks and stuff like that. Like, or just how she is as a personality. She has so many different talents, and she's such an interesting person. Like, she's very outgoing, and just the way that she speaks, she's gonna do very big things. I think that this is
she's getting the attention back on her, because when you think of like when they bring up Disney stars, like especially like the black girls, they bring up Kiki, they bring up Raven, they bring up China, and I'm like, what about Coco Jones?
What you mean?
Yeah, because like she definitely was on So Random, like the show, and then she was on Sunny with a Chance as well. Like, she did a lot of things for Disney.
Right.
And she was very obvious in the front. You know what I'm saying? So like, you couldn't miss her. It's just when you go back and like, oh, I didn't know that was her. And, you know, but I'm just glad that like she's getting the recognition she deserves, because I hate when things kind of like don't work out and people sometimes that can ruin people's careers when something doesn't work out. I'm glad she's getting to redeem herself.
Yeah.
But not even redeem herself, but just really just revive her career, because you can tell this is what she's passionate about for sure.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Love it.
And
shout out to her.
Yeah, shout out to Coco.
Yes, well, and then speaking of upcoming people, because I found this person on Instagram. She is an upcoming R&B artist, and she sings in Korean and English. Her name is Rakiyah.
She's a black girl.
And her theme, she loves the Afro-futuristic theme, the planets. Love to see it. Whoa. And I saw Afropunk post a picture of like her video promo for her music video. That's how I found her. And her voice is dope. Very different sounding. I don't think she sounds like anybody to me. But when y'all get a chance to listen to her, y'all can let me know. And y'all can let me know too if y'all listen to her. Rakiyah is Rakiyah. If y'all want to look her up and see what she sounds like.
Famous. Yay.
But I just like to see black girls do extra things, K-pop. Especially different languages.
K-pop, yeah, that's
the Korean. That's fire. It's different.
R&B. Yeah. R&B, but K-pop.
Yeah, come on now.
K-R&B.
I like to see black girls do things that are different. Take on some different lanes. Do something that we never seen before.
Period.
Shake it up, you know?
Shake it up.
Oh, Lord, no.
Is it just company? Is it just fucking me? Is that what you love about me? Is that what you want about me, baby? Is it just wasting time? Is it just wasting time?
Thank you for listening to another episode of Carefree Black Girl. Make sure that you use the hashtag Carefree Black Girl on social media to let us know how you feel about the different topics that we talked about today. The shows, child, if y'all watched them, the music that y'all listened to. Let us know how y'all feel. And make sure you're following Carefree Black Girl on all platforms and that you're following your host as well. You know, Big Dot, Rebellious Kiana. You do know the vibes. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Rebellious Kiana. That's Kiana. Again, I don't know how the other girlies spell it, but that's how I spell it. So follow me, tap in, and use the hashtag to let me know how you feel about the new music. And Money Long. Period.
What's up, y'all? It's Candy Rain. You can definitely follow me on all platforms at My Candy Rain. Things have changed. I used to be DJ Candy Rain, but now it's My Candy Rain, like the song. And definitely, if you're free Tuesdays and Wednesdays from 3 to 5 p.m., you can hear me live in the mix DJing on Spark FM Online. So yeah, on Eastern time at that. I know, we got some LA people and some stuff that be listening. But yeah, tap in and listen to me. And thank y'all for listening to that podcast.
Hey y'all, it's the one and only, the Lit Southern Belle Mimi Nava, and you can all follow me on Instagram at Mimi Nava _, so that's MIMINAVAH _, and at Twitter at Mimi Nava. Yes, just be sure to just watch out for just TikToks and things like that I create. I like little vlogs to show off my editing skills, extra skills we like to show off.
All right, what's up, guys? It's Nika. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at Carpe Nika and follow my blog, Broke to Dope, on Twitter and broketodope.com on Instagram. That's with the number 2. And of course, they tapped in with us, you guys. We are going on tour, kick it off at South by Southwest. The Carefree Black Girl Cookout Tour is about to pop off. You can definitely still support us on our GoFundMe page. And just be sure to just follow us on all platforms. That's CFBGPOD on Twitter. And of course, Carefree Black Girl Inc. on Instagram. All right, see y'all in your city.
All right, y'all. See you at South by.
Bye.
See you.